Hi, my name is ERIN LAYPAN. I was diagnosed with stage 3 triple positive breast cancer when I was 37 years old. I am a hospice nurse and I have 3 amazing children and an amazing husband who was there with me the whole way. I was diagnosed on September 7th, 2017. I was a hospice nurse working nights. I had 3 kids at home. They were 3, 2, and 9 months old. And I was 13 weeks pregnant with my fourth. It was a little girl. My whole life stopped. We had to make really hard decisions, the best decisions that would save my life for my kids and my husband. And that's what we did. And I fought so hard. I went through 6 chemotherapy appointments every 3 weeks for 18 weeks. I then had a 12-hour surgery, multiple surgical complications. I had infections, my sites opened. They had to go back in again because they didn't get all the cancer. And then I started radiation and that wiped me out. And I took 2 weeks off, got right back. I became a mom again, and I went right back to being a nurse to take care of other people. And then I continued for the rest of the year, every 3 weeks of 2 of the chemos while I was working. I would say my lowest moment during the whole thing was 2 days after the first chemo. They shoot you up with steroids. So the day after, you're like, what is everybody talking about? That was not bad. And the second day, I couldn't walk. I could barely talk, and I wanted to give up. But I looked at all of my kids and my husband, who was like just in the corner sobbing. And I said, I can't give up. I got to keep going. And I did. My community, when I was diagnosed, consisted of crazy mom Facebook groups. All the moms came together. They made a meal train. My kids' preschool had a fundraiser for us and would drop off dinners as we would pick up the kids. Their first day at that preschool was the day I was diagnosed. So those people didn't know me at all. And they took care of us all year. My family, my mom came right down and, she was there, and our relationship got so much stronger. And I'm so grateful for that. And my husband took care of, he's a police officer. He took care of the 4 of us, the 3 kids and me, for almost a year and didn't complain once. So he's the strongest guy I know. And I'm so grateful and so happy that he chose me and I chose him, because it was 5 years. I was diagnosed a month before our 5-year anniversary. So he meant every vow he said. Cancer for me has been a blessing and a curse. The curse was all of the stuff that I went through, losing my baby, losing lots of pieces of my life, even losing some friends that couldn't handle it. The blessing was knowing that the little things don't matter in life. What matters are the people and the connections you make. It doesn't matter how much money you have, the things you have, nothing. What matters are building and forging relationships, being the best person you can be, and being there for other people. And I've learned, even through being a hospice nurse, life is hard and people are going through it every day. And I've learned to take that into consideration with everything I do. And I believe that cancer gave me that gift. And I really do appreciate, and I'm so grateful for the life that I have. One piece of advice I would give is to lean on other people. Before I was diagnosed, I was like type A. I'll do everything. I got it all. I don't need any help. It's humbling what cancer does to you. And you realize that you don't have it all together and you can't do it all because you feel sick. And relying on other people makes you feel good because they care about you, but it also makes them feel good and like they're doing something. So I'm so grateful for those people who showed up for me when I didn't feel like I could do anything, and they got us through it. One piece of advice I would give is listen to your body. my body had been giving me clues for months that something was wrong. And I blew it off because I was a working mom who worked nights taking care of other people and had 3 kids under the age of 3. And, I was breastfeeding, I was pumping, I was just trying to do it all. So when I didn't feel well, I blamed it on all of that stuff. So my advice is go get checked out. You're not too young to get cancer. I was a hospice nurse and I was taking care of breast cancer patients who were dying. And I always thought, wow, this would never happen to me. And it did when I was 37. Okay. Okay. So when I was diagnosed, my friends got me hats, t-shirts that said beast mode. And the whole time I was fighting, I always went back to that mantra of beast mode and fight like hell. Fight like hell.